But with that being said, what you said about relationships becomes more and more important, because there are going to be things that AI can never replace. AI cannot replace relationships. As much as we try to imagine this world of cyborgs, robots, and if you know that is AI, you automatically have a subtle disconnect from it. I'll give you a great example. I use AI automations and stuff like that just to make tasks easier for me throughout the day. One of the automations that I implemented is when I go to the gym in the morning. As soon as I arrive to the gym parking lot, it determines my geolocation. I pull into the parking lot, and boom, it automatically sends a text message to my wife, and it says, "I'm at the gym now. Love you."
Wow. And I need to get this AI automation.
Yeah, and so it's just Apple automations, the iPhone automation.
Oh, it's just called, is it an app?
It's built into. You can set it up in the settings. So so I pull into the parking lot, and every morning when I get there, it sends her that text message. And so, which is cool, is oh, thank you, I love you, everything like that and stuff. And I go into the gym, and one day we're driving to a restaurant, and this restaurant was in the same plaza as the gym. And as I'm driving by the gym, all of a sudden she gets a text message. "I'm at the gym now. I love you." And I'm driving, and she looks at her phone, and she looks at me. My phone is sitting down. I'm not even touching it or anything like that.
No.
And she's like, "You're at the gym now, huh?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" And then I'm looking over, there's the gym. I'm looking at my phone. I'm looking at her phone. I'm like, I'm busted. You know what I mean?
This is hilarious.
So in that moment, she's like, "This has been an automation? You automated this?" I'm like, well, I just, sometimes I forget and everything like that. But the emotion and the heart that she thought it had now been replaced by automation. It ruined everything.
That's such a good story.
So that's, AI, automation and stuff like that. It can never replace a handshake, a hug, an embrace, a real relationship. So now more than ever is a great opportunity to build strong, lasting relationships with people.
Wow, that was such a good story. There's two things that made me think of. So I haven't actually seen this, but apparently South Park made an episode about ChatGPT.
Okay.
I didn't see it. I don't really watch South Park, but in the episode, he basically figures out ChatGPT, and he starts having it text all these girls. And they're all like, fine. They all think he's like the most funny, charming person. They're like giving him more attention and stuff. And then one of them comes up to him or something, and they're like, "Oh, Cartman, I'm so sorry to hear that your mom died." And he's like, "My mom?" Because based on what she had been texting, it started to like generate a story about his life. And he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry." And so it's just like, it's kind of interesting. That made me think of that. But on a deeper note, I know that AI can't replicate relationships because of the Bible. Actually, it's basic apologetics when it says why. I mean, this is a really, really common answer of, well, why were we even able to sin? Because if we didn't have the option to sin, we would be robots to loving God, and without free will, then we can't have love. So if God, the ultimate creator of everything, couldn't find a way for us to not have free will and love him, then AI is not going to find a way to replicate love without free will. So when I was thinking about starting this podcast on relationships, I was trying to look at what has actually gotten worse since the dawn of AI, because people always talk about doomsdaying and losing their jobs and half the jobs getting replaced. And the only thing I keep hearing is that people are more depressed, more anxious than ever. They feel more isolated, more lonely. And so community, mental health, and relationships seem to have gone down with AI because people see technology and social media as filling that hole, but it doesn't fill the hole. And so I was like, okay, as long as if I can address these 3 things, then not that I don't wish those things upon anyone. I'm trying to fix them, but
Sure.
I think it's actually a favorable market for me because AI seems to be making it worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I thought, well, that's kind of part of the reason I started this as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you said, AI can never replace that real human touch. It can replicate tasks. But I think it's like this. I mean, I think there will come a time when AI will be able to do almost anything.
Yeah.
You know, if you future cast this and look at it, but you know, AI and 3D manufacturing can create a table, just boom. And you're looking at it like it's a nice table, but someone will always have this opinion. I'd rather have something handmade.
Yeah.
It may look the same. But someone's going to say, oh, I want handmade over AI made.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the person that says, I want USA made versus, you know, made in China. So there'll be people that want that authentic, that touch, you know, just like AI can make art. AI can make music. AI can make, you know, a lot of different things. But when a person realizes that it has been artificially created and it hasn't came from a person's soul, it's funny. You could put a song in front of someone and you could tell them, hey, this, you know, listen to the song. They're like, yeah, it's great. Then you say AI made it. Well, you know, it doesn't really sound.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like I was thinking something wasn't right. You know,
You're just right. That's funny.